15 Spirit Awakening Quotes to expand your consciousness. I love quotations because it is a joy to find thoughts one might have beautifully expressed with much authority by someone recognized wiser than oneself. Marlene Dietrich. Quotations can be very powerful tools to educate, inspire and pass down wisdom to new generations. It is also a way for us to remember some of the greatest minds to have ever walked. I have decided to compile a list of some of the deepest and meaningful quotes that have passed down over the years and stood the test of time. I suggest you take your time digesting these words and allow your brain time to wrap itself around their meanings. Enjoy. 8. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who has power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King, Jr. Though, when we quit thinking primarily about ourselves and our own self-preservation, we undergo a truly heroic transformation of consciousness. Joseph Campbell, Teen. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Sigmund Freud, Char. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Mark Twain, Panch. The spiritual journey is individual, highly personal. It can't be organized or regulated. It isn't true that everyone should follow one path. Listen to your own truth. Ram Dass, Che. Your task is not to seek for love but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Rumi, Sat. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams? Who looks inside awakes? C.G. Young, Art. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Albert Einstein. No. See if you can catch yourself complaining in either speech or thought about a situation you find yourself in, what other people do or say, your surroundings, your life situation, even the weather. To complain is all of what is. It invariably carries an unconscious negative charge. When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation or accept it. All else is madness. Eckhart Tolle. Thus, we must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who has power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King, Jr. Yara. Your soul mission is your reason for being, your life purpose. It's your calling in life, who you feel called to be, what you feel called to do. A mission is an energy that flows through you, a drive, voice, or passion that you cannot ignore. It's what you know in your heart you must live if you are to experience inner peace and harmony. Alan Seal. Bara. You empower what you fight. You withdraw power from what you release. Alan Cohen. Tera. The only devils in this world are those running around inside our own hearts, and that is where all our battles should be fought. Gandhi. Chaudhar. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. Our life is the creation of our mind. Buddha. Pandra. Keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behaviors. Keep your behaviors positive because your behaviors become your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. Gandhi. I hope you took your time and soaked in the knowledge held deep within these quotes. If you looked hard enough, you will have discovered that understanding these quotes will help equip you to deal with negative emotions and to be able to release emotional pain, to change your perceptions of the world around you and to encourage you to live in the moment.